It's July 22nd, Wednesday, and you're on What's the Odds podcast with Steve Rannazzisi. Thank you for joining us again. I am still in New York, and last week we got a lot of comments about overreacting to COVID. I don't know if you guys saw any of the message boards. I got a couple messages. People saying you guys are overreacting to COVID. So today I bring you some good news. Glory holes are open in Canada. If you are interested, you can get a blowjob through glory holes. That's what they're suggesting. It's in their, whatever the Canadian CDC, whatever their guidelines are. They suggest if you want to have sexual intercourse, put a barrier between you and your, whoever you're fucking. So now, literally, it says glory holes are suggested. So glory holes are open in Canada. I don't think you'll be able to come back into the country. I don't even think we're allowed to go into Canada. So this is just probably teasing all our American audience. But Canadians, get your dick sucked wherever you can find your local glory hole. And that's good news. That's a step in the right direction. That's what society needs, to be able to freely put their penises through holes and have whoever on the other side suck it and not have to worry about getting coronavirus. I mean, I'm sure
we need hope. We need the hope.
And this is me offering you guys some hope. So don't come down on me about being all negative about this disease. Obviously, we're making strides forward. The Canadians would not have opened up the glory holes if they didn't think it was, medically feasible to do so. So that, and I mean, look, am I moving to Wyoming or Montana? Probably. That's where my wife wants to go. Am I?
Wait.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, schools aren't opening up in California, and that's not sitting well with Tracy at all. It's not. She's actively searching.
What I've gathered from the last two episodes, and this is at the very start of this one, is that neither one of you wants to have your kids around at all.
Brendan, and you know what? The way you make that sound makes it sound like, oh, fuck.
So if Elon Musk said tomorrow, hey, I'm going to shoot these kids up into space in a rocket ship, and we're just going to let them rotate around the planet and teach them up there, you guys will put your kids on first flight. That's what I'm hearing.
We'd make food for them. We'd make lunches and snacks. You think they're going up there without an iPad and a blankie, Brenton? And who do you think packs that? You think they pack their own
Probably
shit?
not.
I'll tell you a little story. We packed the car to go to Pennsylvania last week. I don't know if I told you, it's 20 minutes. They packed the car with me in the morning. 20 minutes packing the car. I say, everyone, go outside. I'm locking the house. Go get in the car. I walk out. They're in the other car. They're sitting in their car. I go, what the fuck are you doing? They said, we're ready to go. You said, get in the car. I go, is this the car you think we're taking? We just spent 20 minutes packing the other. I didn't know. You didn't tell us what car to get into. You didn't say which one. 8:15 in the morning. You think they're making it to a rocket without our help? No, they're not. We'll help them get on that rocket safely and soundly. But, how long are they going to be up there? 2 weeks? That's cool. I'll take a break for 2 weeks. Look, here's the problem with it's not being around. I don't know how to teach them. I don't know what to say to them. I don't know how to get it across. I know how to teach a little baseball. Get up on one knee, balance, hold it for 5 seconds, then stride forward. I don't know how the new 6 divided by 2 equals 3 math, the way you do it is. I know how I fucking did it. 6 divided by 2 is 3. That's it. So what I'm saying is we might be going to a place where there are schools that are open, people that are not COVID crazy, and I can just breathe a little bit. And obviously, it's safe for us to go.
Well, I have some hope for you. Pfizer just got a $2 billion contract on a vaccine that they're working on. So it sounds like we're getting pretty close to one.
It's going to be 5 years before we convince the world that this.
5 years?
Before we can convince the world that you're going to have millions of people saying no. No, I'm not taking it. No, I don't want to take it. And for whatever reason, I don't want to get into why you don't want to take the vaccine and don't take the vaccine. All I know is that Kanye West is nervous about going to Wyoming, and so am I. All right? I don't want to go to Wyoming or Montana. It's not my first choice, but I need space. I need for people I need the kids to go back to school. They have to go back to school safely, but they got to go back. Do you understand what I'm saying here? They have to go back. We opened up bars. We got baseball up and running. We got fucking foot. Are you serious right now? We're in the middle of a fucking podcast.
That's the vet just tried calling me. I gotta
you know
call
what?
him later.
Don't do that.
We're all having our own issues, Steve.
Yeah, don't.
Okay?
I know, but don't do that. Okay?
She's on medication. She
All
peed
right.
herself in her sleep yesterday. In her sleep. We
Put
had
it
to
on
bathe her. I had
vibrate.
to mop the whole thing. I put it on silent, okay?
Put a diaper on her. Put a diaper, a doggy diaper. I'm
But
sure.
you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to send her back to school.
Yeah,
Oh.
Steve, you're developing all-stars. You think Earl Woods cared about school for Tiger?
Exactly.
I have to say I do, because I want him to have a brain. He's very smart. They're both very smart. I want them to be developed, well-rounded kids. You know, look, do I understand that his arm's probably going to make more money than his brain? Maybe, but his mouth could make a lot of money too. He's very quick-witted as well. So he has to learn. I told him, you have to learn a little bit about a lot of things to be able to be funny. That's all you need to know. Nobody wants a fucking know-it-all about one thing. Nobody wants to talk to that person. Nobody wants to sit down, but you want to talk to someone who knows a little bit about a lot of things, or someone who thinks they know a little bit about a lot of things. That's probably more the kind of person your dad is. So I know I want them to actually physically go with their classmates to school. I understand it's tough to do, but it has to be done. So why I'm suggesting Montana or Wyoming, just because there's space and I think there's not a lot of COVID up there. And everyone I heard is moving out of Los Angeles. Literally everyone.
That's why I'm going to stay. We'll have it to ourselves.
I mean, we might. At this point, we might. From the people that I've talked to, we might. I mean, Steve Simone thinks he may have gotten COVID this week. It's crazy. Yeah, he wasn't feeling well. I know. I don't want to, but it's like, everyone's like, fuck it. Don't come back. So Wyoming, maybe our stop, or Montana on the way back. But who knows? We may make a stop in Canada because those glory holes are open now.
You're going to have to sneak over the border, though.
Yeah.
Just be
What if
mindful.
I bet you those shifty Canadians have glory holes right on the border.
Yeah.
Right through the fence. You just stick your cock right through the hole. Boom. And those maple-loving Canadians just slurp it up on the other side. They love American cock up there. They really do.
I heard they're right at Niagara Falls. You can see a waterfall
and cum shots.
Yeah.
Right off. Yeah. How exciting is it to be back on this podcast, guys? We're all together again, talking about cum shots and glory holes right out of the gate.
It's like being home.
It feels like home, doesn't it? It really does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of glory holes, I have a wedding update.
Oh,
I don't know if any of you know a good lawyer, but
shit, you're getting divorced already.
The venue. So here's the deal: the venue won't let us move our wedding to another date because there's no way they're going to let us have a 175-person wedding, even if stuff opens back up. Not going to happen in October. So they won't let us move to another date. They say that if it gets canceled, we have to go through the insurance that we bought for it, and the insurance won't let us claim insurance money until it officially gets canceled, or the venue goes, hey, we can only have 50 people, so we're in breach of contract. So basically what's going to happen is they're going to cancel on us. We had to hope that we've already paid like 30 grand. We don't get a penny of that back from the venue. So we had to hope that the insurance goes, okay, yeah, here's your 30 grand back. And then we have to go through the whole process of rebooking and contracts and, the different vendors and everything all over again. And the fucking venue gets paid twice. So I know they're doing some shady shit.
That's fucked
I don't know
up.
if anyone knows anything about like contracts with weddings, but they won't refund us. They won't let us move the date. They are going to cancel, and then we're going to have to get money paid from someone else and then pay them that money again. And we're not happy about it.
That's so fucked up.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Brenton.
wow.
Brenton. first of all, let me say this. Welcome to adulthood, okay?
Yeah.
All right? You're in what we know as a legal loophole, okay? You can't do this until that person does this and this person does that, and you've got to hope everyone does what they're going to do. And let me tell you something right now, just so that I know in your mind, you're like, I just hope it will never work out the way you want it to. It will never, ever, ever work out the way. You will have to fight tooth and nail to get every single cent back, which you will never do. You will fight for that, and you will get 80% of your money back. You'll never get it all back, okay? But this is a great first lesson, okay? This is a great opportunity for you to go, hey, people will fuck you at every single turn. Let me tell you something. They will try to do it, even in horrible situations like this. And I don't blame them. This is commerce. This is what we need. People trying to fuck other people. Now we know we're coming together as a country, okay? In the beginning of this COVID thing, they would have said, oh my God, Brendan, we're going to bend over backwards. Now they're like, no. It's we might be going down or you might be going down, but it's going to be, we're not going down. Fuck you, okay? And that's where we are now. So start learning how to shoot a gun. If you don't, you got to learn how to shoot a gun, for real. I'm not kidding you. Simone and I talked about it. I'm coming back to LA. The first thing I'm doing is going to the range and renting a gun till I become, like, you know, I feel confident with it, and then I'm going to go buy one. But what I'm telling you, Brenton, is here's what you got to do. And this is where we are now. You've got to hire, or we know, wink, wink, some people that would do things for money, some violent people that don't necessarily abide by all the rules of society.
Wait, I don't know anybody like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, the Comedy Store has an underbelly in which it used, I mean, I don't want to call anyone out or shout anyone out, but there was a group called the Scum Bunch at one point. So we're not talking about, you know, there are some great people at the Comedy Store, but there are some lonely souls who would do things for money that other people wouldn't do. So what I'm saying is,
we came up in very different eras of the Comedy Store.
Trust me, those people are still around. Okay?
No, Steve's right. There's a lot of broke people at the Comedy Store too right now.
I got to ask you one question. Do drugs still exist? Okay. Well, you'll be able to find some people. And you have to send a message back to them. Now, these people aren't Armenians, are they? You cannot deal with,
no.
Yeah, you can't deal with, okay, because if they're already,
I think they're Australian, to be honest.
Well, those are some fucking shifty people as well. But it would be a long flight for them to get people over here. You have a whole crew right here on the ready with time on their hands. You've got to send the message over. I'm not saying burn the place down. I'm saying a car bomb, something underneath the car that would go off when they go to turn the key. You know, just sending a message that, hey, my wedding is not to be fucked with. It's my wonderful fiance's day. I won $1 million. I'm paying for this thing, and I want it the way I fucking want it, okay? And not you, Gavin Newsom, or anyone else is going to tell me how to run my wedding day. Got it?
I'm not paying for shit. It's her parents. Her parents are paying for the wedding.
You got to pay for the violence to have the wedding done.
I just have to sign more contracts and do more paperwork. Yeah, but it's not happening. Not this year.
You cannot. Look, you can go to David Pierce, the Comedy Store lawyer, and see how much money he gets back for you. But I guarantee you it's not going to be as much as so-and-so and so-and-so going in there with a flamethrower and breaking every single fucking plate and stealing all the knives and forks and sending a message that way. Brenton Biddlecomb's wedding is not to be fucked with.
I'm with Steve on this. You got to sue them.
Yeah, we might. I mean,
court systems are backed up. Those people have your money already, okay? They're the ones you need to send a message and get it done quickly, okay? I want my money back tomorrow. Or tomorrow we come back and the fucking, whatever they have up there. Is there a pool? Is there like a country club? The pool's filled in with fucking gravel and dog shit. And every day something will happen to your place of business until I am no longer fucked with. And this is the times that we live in now, Brenton. I hate to tell you this. Okay, this is how I'm raising my children. Okay, this is where we are now, and I don't want to. I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell you, but this is how we have to live. You got to get yours, dude. No more looking out for the other guy. You have to get it. All right.
You know what? You've convinced me. Your kids need to go back to school. If that's how you're raising them, Jesus, they need another influence in their life.
Look, you can do it your way or you can do it my way. I think most people would agree that my way is going to get it done more quickly, and in a fashion that gets you most of your money back, or if not all of it, and
If not
maybe some
more.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about now? You guys pay me to have the wedding there, and we'll put an All Things Comedy billboard or a little poster out, and that's that. And now you pay us. Fuck you, pay me. That's what you got to do. It's just I didn't realize you were having such troubles.
Oh, no, this just happened. And then I had a dream that we were getting married, and then the zombie apocalypse happened during the wedding. So I was running over zombies, in a car that said "just married" on it.
Does she dump this in your lap? Like, and I don't mean like, does Cassie just go like, "Hey, you got to deal with this. I like this is not. I have this, and this on my plate." Or is it just like?
No, it's been kind of a joint thing. We went with this place because they were going to be simple.
Yeah. No, they're not simple.
Right. It's an all place. We wouldn't have to do much. It hasn't been, and they've been really difficult to work with through all this. And we talked to the lady on the phone last week, and she dropped all this on us like, no, we're not just going to move you. Because we were like, hey, we're fine moving the wedding to next year. Let's find a date that works. And she goes, no, you've already paid this for this date. You're fucked. It's essentially how the call went down. You have to wait for us to cancel and then insurance to pay you. And then you have to rebook and do everything all over again.
So, okay. Are they saying that they can fulfill their end of the duty because they are technically open, even though you cannot have the capacity of people that you wish to have at your wedding? They're
but saying, they have been canceling on everybody, and they won't move people because she said, we've already canceled 90 weddings this year. We can't afford, they would go under if they move everybody to next year.
Yeah. Yes, they would.
To which I reply,
that's not
get a loan and go fuck yourself.
That's what Brenton, now we're talking, you got to get like that. Okay? You got to get like that. Can't be Mr. Nice Guy. You got to go after these people because they will hold on to your money. Let me tell you, I still haven't got my money back from the Yankees-Angels game that I was supposed to go to on May 31st at Angel Stadium. Haven't got my money back yet. $900 in tickets. Still haven't gotten it back.
Jesus.
I've written some strongly worded letters to StubHub. Still haven't gotten my money back. You got to fight, dude. That's how it is now. They have your money. They have the upper hand. So whether it's with words or with other means, fire, water damage. Nobody wants water damage. If you know someone with coronavirus, you send them over there. You start shaking hands. You get the hello.
Start licking the forks.
Yeah. You go, hey, this is my friend, so and Steve Simone. Sorry. And he's going to keep licking till we make this right. That's just my 2 cents. I'm not I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to charge you for this conversation, even though I could. But have I led you astray before, Brenton?
Many times.
Not the times that counted. Not the times that counted. And let's remember that. Speaking of counted, did you hear about Mookie Betts is getting 13 years, $380 million?
Yes.
Hello.
Good for him.
Who is saying that he's the second best player in baseball? I strongly disagree with that. If you're drafting a team, are you drafting Mookie Betts after, I assume, what would be Mike Trout?
No, ever.
No.
Me neither. But the Dodgers certainly think he is probably one of the best players in baseball because they don't really give out contracts. They didn't give out. They didn't give the same deal or close to it to Machado. It wasn't. They kind of balked at that, and so they believe enough without even seeing the guy play a real game in their uniform yet. I heard it's 13 years of $380 million, and
wow.
That would be fucking That's a lot of. Is Trout more than that?
Trout's more than that, but how much is guaranteed?
I don't know.
I think
all of it. Baseball.
Yeah,
it's baseball.
Dude. It's all of it. The Dodgers
Every fucking nickel.
The Dodgers have the fourth highest payroll in baseball right now. I thought they were first.
No, I think the Yankees are first.
Yeah, Astros second, Cubs third.
I mean, look, I love Mookie Betts. I love watching him play. I think he's fantastic. I think the Dodgers, he wanted to be a Red Sox. I think the Red Sox are going to really – they're not going to be happy over the next 10 years that they gave him up. I just – I don't know what their thought is to save a little money now for later, but I just think he's going to be – I watched a little bit of the game last night with Cody Bellinger in center, and he didn't even play Mookie Betts last night. You got Jock Peterson out there. I mean, that fucking lineup, that outfield is insane. They're going to be – I'm just happy baseball's back. Tomorrow night, Derek Cole, Scherzer on the mound. Dr. Fauci's going to throw out the first pitch. Trust me, they're not letting Dr. Fauci into a place where there's going to be, like, any problems or COVID at all. So this is a very safe situation. Dr. Fauci's the perfect guy to throw out the first pitch. Apparently he's a big Nationals fan. And so he can go out there and throw out the first pitch and hopefully not have a heart attack because it's like 1,000 degrees in Washington, D.C. Are you excited baseball's back?
I am.
Who's that?
Rogue's excited baseball's back.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
She's a Mets fan.
Have you watched any of the preseason games?
I watched a little bit of the Yankees-Mets a few nights ago. They broke it open in the ninth and kicked the crap out of them.
That was great. The Yankees bats look so fucking good.
Yes.
I was watching that Jason Dominguez. He's a 17-year-old for the Yankees.
Oh,
you know
my
about
God.
This kid?
Yeah, dude. Yes. Yeah.
He looks like a man.
I know. They found him in like what is it, Dominican Republic is he from?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think they found him like surfing or something. And like the Yankees were like come with us. And this kid they gave him the most money. I think they gave him $5 million signing bonus or something like that.
So he's 17 right
17
now?
years old right
now.
Okay, I'll find a photo of me when I was 17 playing baseball and put them side by side.
Dude, he has Mark McGwire arms right now.
He does. He's a beast. Looks like he's always been eating his paella his entire life. Huge fucking forearms, huge hands, strong hands. Like, it's just nuts. I'm very excited to see that guy develop, and hopefully they never have to trade him.
Yeah.
Did you watch? What did you think of the fan noise? Like, what they're doing is they're kind of just putting that MLB The Show fan noise underneath, and then I guess when things happen for the home team, they're going to pump it up. That seemed to be the thing that they were doing.
It took me an inning to realize, because I didn't watch from the start of the game that was going on, and then I would just hear like cheering and be like, "What the fuck is?"
Well, I watched a couple of what they were calling the summer camp games here at like they were the interleague games, and they weren't putting the stuff underneath, and it sounds very strange. It sounds way weird in an empty stadium with no noise, just hearing. I mean, it sounds pretty cool when you hear the bat hit, but like just the other shit you hear, it's like it doesn't sound very good. So that seems to be.
You know what I say they do?
What?
I say they put let ABC air the family friendly crowd noise pumped in games, and then ESPN or ESPN2 should just have the dugouts mic'd, and let's just hear what they're saying, the shit they're talking, the frustration when they strike out. I want to hear that, because for the first time we actually could hear that.
Yeah, ESPN's cable. They can do whatever they want. So they should put I heard they were messing with a helmet cam on the catchers and stuff like that. This is the time to get little fucking crafty with the cameras and with, being able to talk to players even while they're playing. Look, fucking baseball, look, you could put a microphone on Aaron Judge in right field, and, maybe he's got to run and dive. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Don't put anything on Aaron Judge, because the guy's made of paper, okay?
Yeah.
He's made of very, very fragile paper. So just leave that guy alone. Put it on anybody else. Put Brett Gardner in a fucking full hazmat suit and run him out there. Leave Aaron Judge alone. I would like to see them try, different camera things and talking to players. Well, they do it during spring training and stuff. And plus, who fucking wants to listen to A-Rod babble on for 3 hours on a Sunday night game? I'd rather talk to the players.
Yeah, A-Rod's not looking good right now.
No, apparently I don't think they're not going to get the Mets, him and J-Lo. I think they're like distant second guys.
Yeah.
That and then bad week for Woody Johnson's in trouble. Did you see that?
No, what happened with Woody?
Woody Johnson is also, I think his name is Robert Woody Johnson. He's the owner of the Jets. Also, Trump's ambassador to England. And apparently, while he was over there in 2017, he said some racist and sexist remarks. What a surprise!
No.
An old white guy named Woody Johnson said some stuff about black people and women that weren't up to today's standards. Surprise, surprise. So,
damn it!
I don't know how it came out or whatever, but I heard he's apologizing for it. But it's like, and now Jamal Adams is not very happy. He's commenting about, all this stuff trickles down now. So, hopefully,
Jamal Adams is never happy though.
Well, he doesn't even want to be a Jet, so why would he want to be a Jet with a racist owner? So, where are the fucking? Who's gonna make James Dolan the ambassador to fucking Shitslandia or whatever the fucking country out there that he can go over there where he doesn't think he's being filmed? He could say all the shit he's fucking. I know he thinks in his heart, and then we can get rid of this fucking guy, please. Donald Trump, if you want to win back America's heart, you get rid of James Dolan somehow or another, okay? You'll fucking win New York. I'll tell you that right now. That will turn red real fucking fast.
Yeah, I really hope they don't take the team from Woody Johnson because he's been a terrible owner. The Jets have sucked for years. Terrible.
Just really bad. And not really ever gotten better. They've always made bad decision after bad decision. So, this is just another one. But yeah, when I see like breaking news, owner in heat over racist comments, I always cross my face. Oh God, sweet Jesus in heaven. Please let that racist owner be James Dolan. God almighty, let that man be James Dolan. It never fucking is. It never is.
Steve,
this whole thing's not done until James Dolan goes down.
The two owners in sports that are untouchable are James Dolan and Dan Snyder.
Dan Snyder. I mean, if he made it through this, you even hear it? He's got a couple people that work for him that were like just having, sexual harassment doesn't even begin to say what these guys are doing. I'm gonna writing down in emails tomorrow. I'm gonna give you an inappropriate hug when I see you. Like, whoa. Is there no HR department at all on the Washington Redskins? I guess not. It's the Washington Redskins. Hi, my name's James Navarro. I'm Native American. I work for the Washington Redskins. I'd like to talk about the name of the team to the HR department, please. What? The Washington Redskins have a problem with sexual harassment. Who would have thought that Dan Snyder doesn't run a fucking clean operation over there? That fucking moron who can't even figure out who their quarterback is for years and years. I love Mark Ellis. I love the rivalry of the Giants and the Redskins, but it feels like we're beating up our really younger brother now over and over and over again. And I hope that they can get wiped clean. I really do. But again, Dan Snyder might be untouchable. That guy probably has something on fucking Goodell and everyone else. I don't even know how he got in there to begin with. He was like one of those fucking billionaire boys, like Mark Cuban, right? How did he get that team? Was it just in dire straits? I don't remember that.
Yeah, well, he has that Six Flags money. I know that's.
Oh my God, this guy made money on roller coasters. This guy, you let a roller coaster fucking carny buy your fucking football team, and now you expect them to be. You let fucking P.T. Barnum buy your fucking team. Are you kidding me right now? Who has ever in their lives ever been like, oh fuck, I would just want to go to fucking Six Flags every single fucking day? No, you go once in a while, you have fun, you go home. It's not a well-run operation. I've been to Six Flags in New Jersey. They're getting rid of bodies over there. Let me tell you something. New Jersey, they're getting rid of bodies, and that's the only Six Flags I've ever been to. By the way, I didn't been to the one in Valencia. I heard that one's fun, but the one I went to in Jersey was real shady operation. So it makes perfect sense that Dan Snyder, who comes from fucking Carnival Six Flags money, is doing a shitty job continuously running the Redskins. But I'll tell you that, I'd rather have Dan Snyder own the fucking Knicks than fucking James Dolan. Right now. I'll take it. No problem. I'll take Six Flag money over that fucking jerk off. Does he play the guitar, Dan Snyder? Does he have a band? I hope not. Yeah, Woody Johnson's in trouble, but we'll see. He'll slide out of it. That's Johnson and Johnson money. That's not going anywhere. They're not losing that fucking team. No preseason, by the way. Did you hear about that?
I did.
That's good news.
Yeah.
Well,
watch that crap.
It depends on who you're thinking about. It is good news for everyone, mostly. Season ticket holders don't have to pay for those shit games. We don't have to watch our best players get injured or just pray that they don't get injured. I mean, it is fun to watch football for the first minute and a half while the people that you want to watch are in there. But then after that, but that's where it comes down to, where guys were going to try to fight to make teams will not have the opportunity to do that now. I mean, they'll have a camp to fight through and prove themselves, but those big time opportunities. I think of Victor Cruz 3 touchdowns against the Jets in the preseason game. I don't know who fucking Victor Cruz was. I'm sure Tom Coughlin knew who he was, and the other team knew how good he could be, but that was just validation of against another team under the spotlight, you can produce big time like that. And that was, I don't know if that will hurt some teams. I also think that, again, we talked about it. Look, if you're Tom Brady, that's one thing. But if you're Tua or, someone else who just signed with a new team and your first snap under the center is for fucking real, the first time you do it, that's got to be much more nerve-wracking than having than having a couple snaps in the preseason. That's what I think. So,
Well, this is big boy football.
Okay, yeah. What does that mean?
Jump in the fire or get out. We don't need preseason. At most, there's maybe 2 games of preseason. We don't need a whole month of preseason games.
Well, they only had 2 games scheduled, so they just canceled 2 games. They weren't going to do 4 games.
Going forward, there should never be more than 2 games.
Yeah.
Well,
and how many stars get hurt in the preseason? Game 3 or game 4. I bet if you go back and you look at who got hurt in the 3rd or 4th game of a preseason leading into the season, the list would be crazy. It's not necessary.
Definitely not 4. Probably not 3. 2 games would be fine.
2 games
0 games, though. 0 games is a different story, though.
Bills have a chance at 0 games.
That's the thing, though. The Bills, I think there's a distinct advantage for teams who have, quarterbacks or coaching systems that have been in play for a couple of years coming together, and you have a better sense of what's going on. Now, again, there are exceptions. I think Tom Brady will be Tom Brady from the moment he gets under the center. I don't think he's going in there unprepared under any circumstances, whether there were preseason games or not. But, again, there are other examples. I'm sure Kyler Murray would want a couple other, there was only a season. Daniel Jones would like a couple preseason games to practice some shit out. So I'm saying I think there are Drew Brees, teams like that are going to have a big advantage week 1 than other teams with new systems, new coaches, and especially new quarterbacks. That's all my 2 cents.
I have a quarterback question for you, Steve. Who do you think has the strongest arm in the NFL? Because this was a Twitter debate. Who do you think the Uncle Rico of the NFL right now is?
Well, I'm going to say it's Josh Allen because he got the Madden rating. But apparently, yes, I know where this is going.
You're putting a lot of faith into the Madden rating.
Josh Allen apparently got a 99 for arm strength, but someone, I can't remember who it was, has challenged him.
Mahomes
has challenged him. Now, I don't know what the challenge will, but I think arm strength, they're about the same. They could throw the football the same distance, probably the same miles per hour. I'm sure there's a couple guys out there that can do that. I really wouldn't. If you got him on 5 good days in a row, I would say Aaron Rodgers. You could still throw him out there for arm strength. I'm telling you right now. Arm strength to me doesn't really mean that too much. It really doesn't. Dante Culpepper had unbelievable arm strength. Unbelievable arm strength. What's his name? The other fucking Oakland Raiders quarterback.
Jamarcus Russell. 70 yards from his knees.
From his knees.
That's crazy.
So
I'd How many times would you have to throw the football as far as you can before you hit 70 yards?
Probably 3 times, 2 or 3 times
Yeah.
right now. 2 or 3 times for me. But again, I'm not trying to compete. And let me tell you something. I think if you ask, what's the Bills coach again? What's his fucking name, the homeboy?
Bill Burr, Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott. If you ask Sean McDermott, when it comes down to 2 minutes, does the arm strength really mean the most to you, or is it decision making? Is it the poise, things like that? Arm strength, of course, is great, but it's like the 4th or 5th thing I would look for in a quarterback.
But as the ATC draft expert, arm strength always gets people overdrafted. That's why Jamarcus Russell went number 1 overall.
Dude,
we purely arm strength.
We posted yesterday Kirk Cousins coming across his body, throwing that ball across his body. There are fucking very few people in the world that can do that accurately, beautifully like that, okay? And when they do and everybody sees it, it's impressive. So, but it doesn't mean that they're going to translate into being a good quarterback at all. It's like not even in the top 5 things I would look for. I mean, obviously you don't want a fucking Eli Manning paper arm the last year or even worse, his brother, Peyton, who in Denver threw balls I thought I was going to catch in the stands. I was like, this is coming right at me. So you do want a strong arm quarterback, but decision-making, mobility, all those things in my mind are higher than that. So I'm happy that your guys got rated very high, but I don't think it really makes a difference at all in the grand scheme of things.
No, it doesn't.
And the Madden ratings, way you lost last year.
The Madden ratings don't mean anything because look at Saquon Barkley.
Yeah,
see how many guys they rated ahead of him?
5 or 6 I saw. Yeah, that's fine.
They bumped him up a couple points, so I think.
From last year? I don't know.
I know. I think he was in an 89, and then there was kind of a silent protest, so he got bumped up to like a 91.
Oh, really?
He's better than an 89. He should be 90 or above.
Is Nick Chubb better than Saquon Barkley?
Well, that's what they think. Look, they both can catch the ball and really great out of the backfield, both receiving and rushing. So I think that's why they're both considered in the top. But look, I'll take Saquon Barkley any day of the week. But if you gave me Nick Chubb, I could build a team around it. So all this means fucking nothing because you know what? The Giants will probably be 4-12, and the Browns will probably be 6-10. So what good is having a 92, 98 rating running back when, by the way, Josh Allen needs great arm strength when you take a sack on 3rd down and sack on 4th down to move your fucking team back 55 yards in the playoffs. You're going to need a strong arm to get a 4th down and 65 when you take 2 sacks in a row. So you may want to lower the arm rating and pump up the fucking, the brain. The mental agility.
Like Jeff George, he made a career just at arm strength. He was lacking in everything else.
You could be a backup quarterback. You can't be a successful starting quarterback with just arm strength. You can't do it. You got to be able to know who to throw the fucking ball to and when to throw it and when not to throw it. Guys with arm strength.
He's got 2 speedsters now on either side. He just has to throw it up and they'll run and catch it.
Dude, guys with arm strength don't become great quarterbacks until they realize when not to throw the ball, because they think they can get it in every fucking time. Look at Brett Favre. He tried every single time, and he had one of the strongest arms in there. But his decision-making got better and as he got older and became a better quarterback because he knew when to fucking throw it back in the chamber, run it out of bounds, throw it out of bounds instead of try to squeeze it into a pocket that sometimes you can't get it into. So, yeah, congratulations on your quarterback having – I don't even know where Daniel Jones fell in that. Hopefully, in the middle somewhere. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything about the Giants. I know they're not allowed to practice in front of fans. Nothing, no injuries, no good things, no bad things. So, to me, so far, that's a win. I haven't heard Joe Judge fucking anything up. I actually had to look up who our defensive coordinator was today because I knew it was a recent hire. They hired him during the COVID thing. He's a guy out of Yale that was a defensive coordinator for the Dolphins last year. So
that worked out well for them.
The Dolphins, I know, and they said in the article the Dolphins had a worse defense than the Giants last year statistically. So like, well, I guess we'll find out if it was the coaching or the players.
Didn't they have a historically bad like season? Their defense.
Probably.
Overall, didn't they gave up like the most points or something, or the most yards?
Probably, I don't know.
Atrociously bad.
Yeah, well, they could get worse because now they're coaching a guy. I think a team with worse defensive players than the fucking Miami Dolphins.
Yeah,
we'll see. But I mean, look, we did draft some guys, so you never know how those things work out. But
he took what, 7 linebackers?
7 linebackers. Hopefully, and a lot of athletes, a lot of guys that can move around and cover a lot of space. So hopefully, we got something to work with in the preseason. But no preseason games. Are they gonna? Do you think they're gonna show any sort of like scrimmages or anything like that?
Oh, absolutely. Whatever they can put on TV because people want it. People will tune in. They can sell ads. They're
so
going
the
to figure
NFL
out
Network
some
will
way.
show. Yeah, they'll do like a blue and white game for the Giants or something like that, and they'll split up the teams. They got to do something. They have to, because you can't just wait till. I mean, football dominates when it comes out. It wants to dominate. It's not comfortable not dominating. So you can't just show clips from camp, every single day. People want to see live fucking football action. And so I guess that will show it probably on the NFL Network or something like that. Are you excited or no? Are you getting excited?
Yeah, I want football to come back. I want to do fantasy football. I want to watch the Bills play. I think it's going to be great. Who knows what's going to happen? You can't bet on it. No one knows what's going to happen. Who's going to be healthy? Who's going to stay healthy with COVID? Who's going to be able to, just hit the ground running? How many guys have gotten fat in quarantine?
Do you think that by the way, Alex Rojas, speaking of the Giants kicker, he's arrested and charged 3 times for beating someone. I think beating someone up. I can't remember where it was, but he's like, when you said big, who's gotten fat, he's pretty fat. And he looked like he even got fatter in the offseason. But he's a kicker, so I don't mind a fat kicker. Sebastian Janikowski got fat and big, and he still kicked fine. But we may lose our fat kicker. Sorry. We have to look for another fucking fat kicker who doesn't beat people up in the offseason.
Yeah, what's up with Giants kickers, man? The punters, everybody.
Violent motherfuckers, dude. Violent, dude. I don't know who our special teams coordinators have been the last couple of years. They've been saying some hurtful things to those fucking kickers because they are taking it out on civilians in a bad way, dude. Real bad way.
Have you guys heard, is there going to be Hard Knocks? Are they going to do anything with that? Is that pushed?
Well, it's supposed to be the Rams and the Chargers, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. California, I don't even know if it's like a thing where they're even allowed to have film crews out, besides the news.
They released a trailer a day ago.
For what?
Did they really?
For Hard Knocks, yeah.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
So and like with a date, like it's coming out?
Let's see here. But yeah, they released a trailer. Yeah, it premieres August 11th.
There it is. There's your answer, I guess.
What's it going to be about, though? They haven't been doing anything.
I mean, it's going to be that preseason. Decisions going to be made. Jared Goff says he'll fuck up. Todd Gurley's gone. Who's going to be the running back for the Chargers? Going to be the new quarterback. Great sound.
Yeah. What's awesome?
I silenced my phone for the podcast, Steve.
A little late, shall we say? A little late. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to get into it, but a little late. Are you LeBron James has announced that the Lakers are the number 1 seed in his mind.
Yeah.
And there's no one changing that. And with Patrick Beverley gone, I can't say I agree with him. I disagree with him. I mean, I think that Patrick Beverley leaving camp, I don't know why he did, for specific reasons. He had to leave for personal reasons, they said, or whatever. But yeah, I think he really is the engine that makes the Clippers go. Besides the 2 stars they have. So, and he's a lockdown defender. So without him, I think the Clippers are the second best team. And I do think the Lakers are the best team. But it looks like they're going to be able to play in this fucking bubble. I'm excited to see what happens, Basketball comes back next week.
Have you been paying attention to the snitch hotline?
No, what's that?
It's the NBA Bubbles Anonymous hotline where players are reporting each other for infractions.
No way.
Yeah.
Is it public?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dwight Howard got snitched on for not wearing a mask, and then he made some ill-advised comments about mask wearing and coronavirus in general. Jimmy Butler got snitched on for dribbling a basketball late at night in his hotel room.
Oh, wait. Dribbling in his hotel room?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, so somebody called him in, said it was a disturbance.
So wait. This is not just a COVID snitch line. This is just like here's my beef with so and so. Like,
right.
Like yesterday, Coach played me, 3 minutes in the fourth quarter, and I really feel like I should have been a more pivotal role. Like I should have been at least 6-10 minutes in the fourth quarter. Like, or you like so and so's breath stinks. Like you got to tell Dwight Howard he's got to brush his teeth in the morning. Like this is just doesn't sound. It sounds like they've gone outside the parameters of what it was intended for.
They have. Doc Rivers said he's going to call the snitch hotline on LeBron James every night, hopefully get them out of the tournament.
Yeah, I would too.
I think it started as a serious thing, and then within a day it just became a joke.
I don't want to say anything, but I think LeBron's dog's got COVID. Bye, click. Like just yeah. I mean, I don't want to start any rumors, but the Nike symbol is the new swastika. Click. Like whatever it is that's going to get LeBron James in trouble. I snitch line's great. We should have that in every fucking walk of life. I mean, I knew we have it for like people now for COVID, like you could snitch on your neighbors and stuff, but I'm sure if you called about like your neighbor's dog barking, they'd be like, "Ma'am, get the fuck off the phone." But the NBA snitch line, have at it. You got a problem, so-and-so's banging your point guard's wife, and you're like, let it out on the snitch line. That's how, by the way, I heard Dustin Johnson got suspended for the from the PGA. Remember he got like about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, he had like a 6-month hiatus, and apparently he had a bit of a problem, but also he had fucked so many of the other players' wives that they were like got like almost a union rep together to be like, this guy's got to go for a while or he's got to stop fucking everyone's wives. Literally, that's what happened. So like it became like so many people were snitching on Dustin Johnson, it became a fucking problem that he was just banging everyone's wife. So snitch lines sometimes do work.
Is he at fault, or are they all at fault for being terrible husbands?
Hey, you know what? That's the chicken and the egg argument right there. I don't want to get involved with people's personal, but it is one guy.
They're just jealous of his long game, Steve. He's got a good long game.
Chicks dig the long ball. You know how that works. My God, speaking of long ball, I watched Jonah play 2 games this weekend. It's like fish in water, dude. Back on the diamond. Everyone's all the parents are wearing masks. All of them. Every one of them wear the masks like this. Down here.
With the nose exposed.
Yep, it's a chin strap. That's what they were. They all wear. I got my mask up here. Everyone else I'm talking to. I had one guy that I would talk to at the games. He had the mask on, right? Every time he talked to me, like, let me tell you something about what's going on right now. He put the mask back on.
Steve, come here.
I was like,
come
he would take it off, like lean in, be like, I'll tell you what, this team's got a real fucking chance this year. This sounds real good. He puts the mask back on. I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, the kids are out playing baseball. And so far, so good. Couple games in. It's been real fun to watch. They had a night game. They had a game at 8:30 at night, 8:30 to 10:30. And Jonah's like, I go to bed at 9 o'clock. I go, you're going to have to stay up for this one. He said, I'm going to need Skittles on the way there. I go, absolutely. It was like giving Henry Hill Coke on the way there. I'm like, more Skittles, more Skittles. He threw 3 innings, 9 strikeouts, no walks, 63 pitches, 50 strikes, 13 balls.
Wait. He threw 3 innings, and every single at-bat was a strikeout?
Every single at-bat. I'll send you yeah.
Young Jacob deGrom.
Good for him, man.
Oof. And then he threw a kid out at when he went to catcher after and then threw a kid out at second base. Yeah, it was fun to watch, dude. Just like they were good games. The kids were excited. Like they went to the last inning. It was like a walk-off. They were going nuts. It just felt right, felt good. I was excited to be there. And then we got a game on Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning under the fucking sun. The last past week, it was like being on the face of the sun. It was 1,000 degrees. They play on that artificial turf, which makes that the heat coming off that's like an extra 10 degrees. It's gnarly. But you know what? We'll take it right now. We'll take it. Brenton, some of those kids are bigger than you. I'm telling you. I saw two kids that were bigger than you. And I thought of you because do you see the kid that saved his sister from the dog?
Yeah.
He looks just like you. He looks exactly what I thought like a baby Brenton would look like, and especially with his face all gnarled up, the way he had a dog bite on his face, and he looked all tough. I said that looks like a baby. What I would imagine baby Brenton Biddlecombe before he was $1 million baby looked like.
Very sweet of you, Steve.
Yeah.
Quick baseball note, by the way. I thought Buffalo was about to get another professional baseball team.
I know.
No.
Why not? I've been to that stadium, the Buffalo Braves.
Yeah,
the players don't want to play in a minor league field. They want.
You know why? It's the fucking lights.
Stadium.
They said only pro stadiums have the right lighting, and I don't know why. I mean, look, I guess probably. I mean, I've been to a lot of minor league stadiums, and they seem to all catch the ball fine. But these fucking pussies have to go out there and play with the pro lighting. I mean, if you can make it work, great. But if you're gonna fuck up the whole baseball schedule, then you got to play, in a shitty stadium or a shittier stadium.
Yeah.
But they figured it out with Pittsburgh. I think they're going to play most of the games in Pittsburgh and some games in Baltimore.
It would have been sweet though. Toronto tried to steal the Bills a few years back. We would have gotten the Blue Jays.
I've been to that stadium.
Full circle.
And it's fucking awesome. Yeah, it's great. It's right near the comedy club, the Helium Comedy Club up there. They actually sent me a T-shirt last time I went there, and I wore it for a couple episodes of Daddy Knows Best. So yeah, those stadiums are fucking dope. When I was in Oklahoma City a couple weeks ago, right next to the comedy club was where the AAA Dodgers play.
Yeah,
and it's a AAA stadium. It's probably holds a couple thousand. It's into the ground, but they seem to have good lights. I mean, I don't know how do you catch a fly ball in AAA and then you get up to the major leagues like, oh my God, now I can finally see. It doesn't really make sense. Look, Toronto's not really going to be that fucking good anyway. So what do they give a shit if they see the ball or not?
Yeah.
It's the other teams coming in and trying to compete against them. That's what I worry about. But they figured it out. So yeah, I'm happy for them. What other news we got going on this week? I'm trying to think of what I missed. Oh, golf. I didn't make it. Golf. I think I finished dead last in DraftKings last week. Fucking dead.
Isn't it out of like 120,000 people?
I didn't even look. I saw when you get on and it says like where you are and like the thing. It was so far to the edge. I didn't even want to look at the numbers because I go, if I'm in absolute last, I might not ever do this again. Because I'm
Steve,
like that's actually hard to do.
No. But that's where you're making the mistake, Steve. Because you're taking chances on guys that no one else is taking chances on, and that's how you differentiate your lineup from everybody else. So you just needed to hit once.
I did pick up Brandt Snedeker, who I didn't even realize. As soon as I picked him, he must have withdrawn like 10 minutes later. And DraftKings doesn't give you an opportunity to get a new guy. As soon as I lock in, it's like he's out. I was like, fuck! I'm going down this whole weekend, down a man. Yeah, I did not. I mean, everyone did. The Memorial was hard last week. It was really, really hard. A lot of guys played poorly.
But that happened to me like the last day of NBA on DraftKings. I had picked it was a full slate of games, and they started canceling games. Like a few of them were going on, and they started canceling games. And I had a killer lineup where I was in like the top 100 after maybe the first game, but then I picked from the wrong games that were getting canceled. So some guy ended up winning like $150,000 just because he picked players from teams that hadn't had their games canceled and just, won by default.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you got to almost
5 or 6 guys that were just fucked, and then you couldn't change them. DraftKings locks you out, and you couldn't change it.
Well, speaking of which, let's do this then. Let's since baseball's starting up, everyone pick who they think is going to win the World Series, the American League MVP, the National League MVP, and Cy Young. So let's do that. I could give you mine right now. I think it's going to be Yankees-Dodgers in the World Series. I think the Yankees win. I think Gleyber Torres is going to be the MVP of the American League. I think what's the fucking kid on the pitcher on Tampa Bay is going to be the the Cy Young Award winner. What the fuck? I'm blanking on his name right now. I'll come back to it.
Let's see.
Who's the stud on fucking not Priscilla on Tampa Bay?
Not Charlie Morton. Blake Snell?
Yeah, Snell.
Yeah.
I think he wins the Cy Young and comes as a bounce back. He won it 2 years ago. Because I think they're going to pitch him every probably 4 days with the way they're doing they're going to do like a bullpen day. Because it's really just a sprint now. It's not a marathon now.
Yeah.
It's 60 games. Everyone's in it. It's almost like July 1st, everyone's even. Now go get it, So I think they'll play their best players more often. And National League, I think it's going to be Walker Buehler's going to win the Cy Young, and Bellinger will be the MVP. That's my predictions. What do you think?
Okay.
Lucas?
I'm gonna go with the Mets White Sox World Series.
Oh my God!
He's a fan of those two teams.
Oh my God!
For my heart, it'll be a battle for like choosing your favorite child, Steve.
All right.
Garrett Cole, I'll predict for the Cy Young.
I like that.
And for NL Cy Young, I'll say Max Scherzer. Or no, actually, I'll say Walker Buehler.
Yeah. What about the MVP in the National League?
MVP? Let me let's go Ronald Acuna Jr.
Oh, yeah. He's probably going to have 20 home runs in 60 games.
And then Mike Trout in the AL.
Mike Trout in the AL?
Yep.
Yeah, I think Mike Trout.
And who wins the World Series, by the way?
I don't know if you can go with like the Yankees and the Dodgers. I know they're the best teams on paper, but in 60 games, like I kind of like the younger teams that can get hot. That normally, would start to fade later on in the season.
A lot of people are picking the Rays.
The Rays, I know. The Rays, and I think the A's are a good fucking bet.
I was going to say the A's. I like the A's. And in the NL, I mean, I don't know.
The better team with better pitching wins in the 7-game playoff series. That's what I state. So I think that, yes, the A's or the A's can make it there, but I think, well, if they make it there, they're probably pretty good. And if they do have a great pitching staff, well, then let's see it. But I think the Yankees pitching staff, if they're healthy and playing well, is with a better bullpen. Although the bullpen, every bullpen pitcher is pretty pissed off because they have to start with a guy on second base that they didn't put there, they didn't walk, they didn't let anyone up, and now they can lose the game with a fucking, a bunt and an out. So they're not happy about it. So I think the bullpen, it does make the bullpen a little less important, but I think having a great bullpen wins, in the playoffs too. That's just my 2 cents. But Brenton, what do you think?
I'm going to go with the A's in the AL, and then NL's tough. I guess I got to go with the Dodgers just because they're so good on paper.
I mean,
but
yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the Cardinals.
Oh, Aaron will be happy to hear that.
If I was putting money down, I wouldn't go with one of the favorites. I would go with somebody who's got, mediocre odds.
Yeah, if you wanted to make money. But if you just wanted to say who you think's going to win the World Series right now on the podcast.
60-game season, World Series, then I will aggressively say the A's will beat the Cardinals in the World Series.
A's will beat the Cardinals in the World Series. Great. And who do you think will be the American League Cy Young and MVP? You got the A's going, so it might be someone on the A's. Might not.
I don't even fucking know who's on the A's.
Good job.
I didn't prepare for this. I do like Mookie Betts to win the MVP though, since he got the big money. I think again, 60-game season, swinging for the fences every single time he's up to be like he's not going to care about. You know, it's just boom every time. So I think Mookie.
No one's taken DeGrom yet to win his 3rd in a row, which no one's done since I think Randy Johnson won 3 in a row.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Well,
the only problem with DeGrom is
I'll say DeGrom.
Good, but they never win. DeGrom could be like 2-8 and win the fucking Cy Young because the Mets don't really hit for him. You have a 1.5 ERA, and be 2-8 literally with like 6 complete games.
Yeah. The guy struck out the whole American League on 9 pitches in the All-Star game. You remember that? Never been done.
Yeah. Perfect inning. Insane. In the All-Star game. Yeah, he's filthy. What about the American League? You got to pick someone, Brenton.
I'll go with Verlander.
You motherfucker. You going with the evil empire. By the way, they got hit 3 times last night. Did you see that? The Astros?
Yep.
And now all of a sudden
but they're not going to have to deal with the fans.
People were like,
that's the tragedy of
but
the whole thing is.
I heard some people like, hey, man, baseball's got to put an end to this or it's going to make it Bush League the whole season. Fuck you, dude. Hit him in the ass as many times as you want to fucking hit him in the ass. You know what I respect?
Mike everybody.
Kansas City hit him twice with the fucking bases loaded. That's a big fuck you. And I'm glad they did that. Fuck you. We don't care about these 2 preseason runs. We want to send a message. We're a small market team, dude. We fight for every fucking win we get. We have to watch every dollar we hand out. And we did it. We won a World Series competing in the toughest fucking possible scenario. And you guys snuck 1, maybe 2 by everyone with fucking cheating policies. I don't blame teams like Kansas City. There's going to be way more than that. I'm happy to see them get hit. I really am. And I think it's fucking let them figure it out. Don't get involved, baseball. Don't go, we got to make things safer. Fuck you, all right? Let them play it out the way they want to play it out. Brenton, you got to pick you got a National League, American League MVP or what?
Oh,
God.
I guess Trout for the same reason as Mookie Betts. He got all the money, and he's just going to try to crush it every time. And he's far and away the best player. So if he stays healthy, he's going to be MVP.
He's so good. He's so I watched the Angels and the Dodgers a little bit last night. He's a monster. He's like watching just a robot get out there and play. I'm excited to get back into it. I hope tomorrow we fucking win. Let's go Yankees. We got a couple games this weekend. Any other crazy news, Brenton, that you want to drop in on us before we get out of here at all, or no?
I'll probably have updates. Nothing that
Meteors
jumped out
or rockets heading our way.
No, I brought you positive news.
What?
There's vaccine contracts out, so we're gonna have a vaccine soon, and this will all be over.
You think that's positive? That's not positive.
We can have regular seasons again. We can have regular sports, and your kids can go back to school.
In Montana, which is where I'll be living. Hey, Montana, how's the Wi-Fi out there? Let me know, because we'll be doing the podcast live from Montana pretty soon.
You'll have
or
5G
Wyoming.
by then.
5 fucking G to melt my brain. I think that's it for us, guys. I'm happy we're all back. I'm glad you guys are all doing well. And for the people go ahead.
Well, I was going to say just an update for the Patreon people. We do have something special coming to you. Give us like another week or so, and we'll have an update.
Patreon people have been very patient, and thank you for that. We appreciate your patronage and your patience because we need it. We're fucking idiots, and we're just figuring all this shit out as we go along. Thank God we have Emma running the show up there. Our internet's very strong today. Lucas is in an undisclosed. It's very strong. I thought we were going to bounce out based on the beginning of this podcast before we started.
It's funny that you say that. As you said that, I got a notice on my screen that says your internet is unstable.
The mush, everyone. I'm the fucking jinx. Lucas, I love your face. I love seeing you, brother. And Brenton, stay healthy. Take a walk. And that's it for us this week, guys. Thanks for listening. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Later.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.